I've been going around with my head in a sling for years.
For teenagers, the movie that immortalizes Jimmy is his second film, Rebel Without a Cause, which co-stars Natalie Wood and Sal Mineo.
I think that you can't just go around proving things and pretending like you're tough.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't, even though you got
right.
You look a certain way, you can't.
That's right. You're absolutely. You're absolutely right.
You're not listening to me.
Jimmy plays the role of Jim Stark, a troubled teenager from a good family. His father is played by Jim Backus and his mother by Ann Duran. This is the first time that an actor portrays a teenager to whom teenagers themselves can relate. Before James Dean, teenagers were represented on the screen in movies like Andy Hardy Gets Spring Fever. Mickey Rooney starred in a series of 15 of these films, sentimental comedies that exalted family life. Mickey played Andy Hardy, the perfect son, to Judge Hardy, the perfect father. A far cry from the relationship between father and son in Rebel.
Stand up!
You kill him! You want to kill your own father!
The director of Rebel Without a Cause is Nicholas Ray, a socially conscious man whose heroes are frequently social rebels. It is easy for this director to like James Dean. Nicholas Ray gives Jimmy tremendous creative freedom, allowing him to improvise his lines and to develop his character as he sees fit. Ray also encourages Jimmy to help shape the movie itself.
Relax, man.
More than 3 decades since Rebel Without a Cause was made, those who starred with Jimmy remember what it was like.
I think the two of them together, Nick Ray and Jimmy Dean, gave us an atmosphere to work in that was really wonderful. I mean, we were all scared and terrified. It was really my first big movie, and I think most of us. And it was such a warm family together working that you felt very comfortable.
I think he was kind of adverse to the culture that was happening in the 50s. Because as I remember, it was very conforming in time, and there were certain people that wanted to break away from it. And he kind of took a lead, you know.
I used to just sit and marvel at these wonderful little things that would come out of him that were just so incredibly creative.
And somehow he transcended his roles, and he projected a marvelous vulnerability up there on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't feel that he was projecting his vulnerability. I think that Jimmy was one of the first people in our business to share his vulnerability and to say, hey, you know, I have a hump on my back, and the best I can do is share that with you, and I'm willing to. And I think that's why we identified with him, because every one of us has a hump on his back somewhere.
During the filming of Rebel, Jimmy buys himself a Porsche Speedster and enters the world of sports car racing. Winning a number of first-place trophies encourages him in his new passion. When George Barris joins the film to oversee the car stunts, he and Jimmy become friends.
Of course, at that time, he picked up that little speedster that he was racing out at Willow Springs and Hanson Dam here locally. And I went out and watched him race and kind of got a kick out of what he was doing. And of course, things that inspired me and inspired other people that were involved with motor car racing at that time was the ingenuity and the craftsmanship that he had in driving a motor car. I mean, he never drove like a daredevil. A daredevil to us in our stunt field is a guy that's a taboo because he doesn't consider other people. Jim considered other people. He would drive to win, but he wouldn't drive to be unsafe for the other driver.
One of the most wonderful pictures you'll ever see of him is after he's won the race in Palm Springs, where he took first prize, and he's got the big trophy with him, and he's got a smile on his face that just comes right out of the picture and says, this is me, this is where I'm at.
Giant will be Jimmy's third and final movie. It is based on Edna Ferber's sprawling novel about 2 generations of Texans. Its director is George Stevens, a seasoned professional who takes great pride in creating visual authenticity. This time, Jimmy is not the star of the picture. Elizabeth Taylor and Rock Hudson are the stars. Jimmy plays the supporting role of Jet Rink, an ambitious ranch hand who becomes a multi-millionaire